Joining me now is American photojournalist Matt Schrier. Matt, first of all, briefly explain how you ended up in the middle of a civil war in Syria and how you got out.
It was my second time in the region. I was there a month before photographing the refugees. I met a lot of contacts in the Free Syrian Army and humanitarians, and they invited me back, and I accepted.
And as I understand it, when you were trying to go back into Turkey, that's when al-Qaeda came down and captured you, right?
Right. 18 days in Syria. I was on my way home 45 minutes from the border, and that's when they grabbed me.
Now, you were stuck by al-Qaeda for months. I mean, anybody that survives al-Qaeda, so that's a miracle in and of itself. But they tortured you. You didn't get off easy at all. They tortured you. They were interested in getting your credit card information, as many of the passwords as possible, with which they bought computers, right?
Right. Right. I believe it was 19 in total, tablets and laptops.
And that's why the FBI came. So, I mean, you know, they were telling your family they wanted to get you free and everything, but the way I understand it, they realized since they knew al-Qaeda was buying computers, they saw this as a gold mine for them to track what al-Qaeda was doing through those computers, right?
Right. At first they thought I was buying them and that I joined al-Qaeda, and by the time I guess they realized that I hadn't, this turned into such a gold mine of an operation in regards to infiltrating the enemy that they basically said, well, he's going to die anyway, so let's just keep it going and deceive his family as long as possible.
So you essentially became bait for the FBI, and they didn't want to cut that bait.
Right. I say chum, because basically they used me to bring the sharks to the surface.
Here's what the FBI said. They say, since his return home, we've worked with our partners in the U.S. government to provide Mr. Schrier with a full range of services and guidance to help him rebuild his life, as we do for all victims. However, it's at the discretion of the victim to accept and implement these resources. Does that ring true to you or not?
No, these resources are a joke. Their victim services assistance program is a joke. I mean, the doctor they referred me to wouldn't prescribe me Ambien when I couldn't sleep after I came home because he said it's a narcotic and he doesn't believe in it. They gave me a shrink that canceled 5 appointments in the first 2 months of me coming home. It took me 6 months to get identification, and I only got it after I called up Agent Lindsay Perotti, who's the person behind all this, or at least the face of it, and bawled her out on the phone. Then they decided, okay, let's give him some identification. And of course, a social security number. They refused to give me a social security number, even though al-Qaeda has it and can do whatever they want with it.
Matt, we have seen through other kind of news stories, we've seen how the FBI closes ranks when they're under the microscope. Now, this whole thing started when Mr. Mueller, who's now leading that Trump investigation, got in power, and then it became James Comey's operation. Did you sense that there was this closing of ranks to prevent the truth from getting out?
Absolutely. I mean, the whole operation took place under Mueller. Comey took over after I escaped, I believe, and he definitely did everything he could to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
He knew what happened. I was forwarding him emails, which are basically evidence, and I never heard a response. And you know, it's all about denying, deny, deny, and hope that you guys either don't cover it or cover it for a day and then forget about it.
Well, we're not forgetting about it. We've been covering it. We will continue to do so. But I just got to say, through all the stuff you've been through, thank God you're alive, my friend, right?
Thank you. Yes, I thank him every day. Every day.
What a blessing. Matt Schrier, sorry you had to go through all that, but again, keep in touch. We will keep on this story. Thanks very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.